From the nerd quarters of Kewanee, Illinois, it's the Vinyl Exile with Jamal Wilson. Up here, it's all about the vinyl, the whole vinyl, and nothing but the vinyl, so help me God. Up here, there is no politics, no left wing, no right wing, just a 360-degree trip around that magical world that they call the spinning record. This show follows a few simple rules, okay? All the music comes from a vinyl source. The tracks are never repeated. You're only going to hear a track once. And also, none of the tracks are cleaned up or altered. The skips and the pops are intentional. And all of the shows are going to stay within the 2-hour mark, give or take. Now let's enjoy some sonic milk from the musical teat.
Well, I thought it was alright. Jesus, talk about Jesus, talk about Jesus. When I first met the King, when I thought it was alright. When I first met the Lord, well, I thought he was alright. He's alright. Talk about Jesus, talk about Jesus, talk about Jesus, talk about Jesus, talk about Jesus. I chat about Jesus, I chat about Jesus, I chat about Jesus, I chat about Jesus, I think about Jesus, I think about Jesus, I think about Jesus, I think about Jesus, I talk 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 about Jesus. Talk about your yes. Talk about this mix. Talk about Jesus. I whisper about Jesus. I whisper about Jesus. Late at night I whisper about Jesus on my pillow. And he's alright. 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 He's alright. And he's alright. He's alright. He's alright. He's alright. And 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 he's alright. He's alright. He's alright. He's alright. Hey, he's alright. 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 He's alright.
Junior.
That was actually Prince from back in 1988. That's from an album called Small Club 1988 off of his Love Sexy tour. That's Sheely on drums. And the reason why I was able to play that without getting my knuckles rapped by Paisley Park Incorporated was because that was a concert that was recorded in Europe for a radio station, and it was broadcast on radio, and it's released on a different record label. So you could actually pick that album up on through Amazon, which is where I got it. It's called Small Club 1988, the classic after party, and it comes in. It's a 2-volume set. They're both double albums, so I'd highly recommend checking them out. For any of you Prince fanatics that said, well, wait a minute, I knew of that before when it was a bootleg. That's right, it was a bootleg for decades as a box set called Dance Music Sex Romance. So, but the official release title on to buy it through Amazon is called Small Club 1988, and you'll be hearing more from that record as the episodes move on. You've got Jamal Wilson. I am on the Vinyl Exile, which is paying tribute to music that is stuck on vinyl and isn't available for a digital download. And before that, we had Osibisa with the track Superfly Man off of the soundtrack Superfly TNT. I actually played that because it was a track that I was supposed to play in the last episode for Yacht Rock Vinyl. But I was so busy putting the show together, I forgot to put it in the episode, so I thought I'd add it on there. And before that, we had California Dreamin' from Parliament Funkadelic's Eddie Hazel, which was also produced by George Clinton and Eddie Hazel. That was off of a Warner Brothers out of print compilation album, double record set that they used to put out back in the day in the 70s. That was from a 77 compilation called Limo. And you can find it on Eddie Hazel's solo record that's available on digital download, but I pulled that off of this out of print Warner Brothers track, Warner Brothers compilation, which is a pretty good compilation if you ever see those at your local used record store. And I started out the set with the Housemartins doing an a cappella rendition of Caravan of Love by Isley Jasper Isley. And the other song was When I First Met Jesus. And that was off of a 45 that came with the vinyl release of The People Who Grin Themselves to Death. In fact, the 45 was so old, you could tell from what I was playing it was a little warped. So, but it still sounded good. It still sounded great. And this time, the episode, I'm going back on what I did before, in which I said if you would contact me or send me your name, I'll name the episode after you. Well, I had someone else do that. And this person's name is Carissa Dumond. She's a great friend of mine who does fetish, bondage, and underwater kink shoots. She's also on OnlyFans and also on aquaphilius.com and on Instagram. So I'd highly recommend checking her out because actually one way we became friends was she's a huge fan of me and my wife when we post on Instagram, and she's just a great person altogether. But also, me and her husband are Star Wars fanatics, and I've been connecting with her husband to send him CDs of the books on tape and radio broadcast of Return of the Jedi, the original Star Wars broadcast that was on WBZ, not WBZ, but on National Public Radio, which was radio play. And so the relationship's built from that. But also another reason why I'm really insisting on this whole shouting out to people was, I don't know if any of you all are old enough to remember a children's show called Romper Room. Now at the end of Romper Room, I think her name was Miss Louise. She would look through this like mirror and say, I see Johnny and Susie and Billy and blah, blah, blah. And you could send in your name to hopefully get read at the end of this show. Well, my name never got read. But then again, you never heard any ethnic names get read. You know, you never heard her go, I see Esmeralda and Luis and Jesus or or Jamal or anything like that. And it would always drive me nuts because I would just keep hoping at the end of the show I would hear my name or at least somebody else's name that was at least ethnic. So I promised, at least if I ever had my own show, I would say the name. So just like our last episode, Corey got his name mentioned. This time it's Carissa Dumond. So there you go. It's my show. I can do whatever I want. Get your own podcast. So we'll be back with some more music from Grandpa Jones after this.
Smoke rings from smoke rings while a Chesterfield burns.
Nobody loves me anymore. Nobody wants you when you're poor. The gals went for me like a dog for a bone, but now all my money's done spent and gone, and nobody loves me anymore. Nobody loves me anymore. It just chicken pox and nobody loves me anymore. Nobody loves me anymore. Nobody wants me round that door. I used to get around like a hopping frog, but now I get treated like a dirty dog, and nobody loves me anymore. Nobody loves me anymore. They want the apple, not the core. She told me to call her at her home, got the busy signal on the phone, and nobody loves me anymore. Nobody loves you anymore. When you have aged to 64, I'll throw my little black book away and buy me a walking cane today, 'cause nobody loves me anymore. Nobody loves me anymore.
Mr. Backlash, who do you think I am? You raise my taxes and freeze my wages, send my only son to Vietnam. You give me second-class houses, second-class schools. I know you think that all colored people are just second-class fools. Mr. Backlash, I'm gonna leave you with the blues. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. When I try to find a job, earn a little cash, all you got to offer is your mean old white backlash. But the world is big, big and bright and round. It's full of other folks like me who are black, yellow, beige, and brown. Mr. Backlash, I'm gonna leave you with the blues. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. When Langston Hughes died, he told me many years before, he said, Nina, keep on working till they open up the door. One of these days when they open the door and it's open wide, make sure you sock it to them where they live so they'll have no place to hide. So I'm telling you, yeah, I got to do it in the hot sun. If it's necessary, got to do it. Yeah, all right. I'm gonna leave you with a blue. Yes, I am. Yeah. or 6 or maybe 100 in this town, but he's not here, and I didn't memorize it enough, so I have to read it. It's for you. Are you ready, black people? Are you ready? All right, now listen. Are you ready? Are you ready, black people? Are you ready, black people? Are you really ready? Ready to do what is necessary? To do what is necessary to do? Are you ready, black man? Black woman, are you ready? Are you ready? Give me good now. Give me good now. Give me good now. Are you ready to kill if necessary? Is your mind ready? Is your body ready? Are you ready to do what you have to do to create life? Are you ready to smash white things? To burn buildings? Are you ready? Are you ready to build black things? Are you ready to give yourself, your love, your soul, your heart to create life? Are you ready to create out of nothing? Are you ready, black people? Are you ready? Are you ready? Black man, black youth, black woman, black everybody. Are you really, really, really ready? I ain't finished yet. Are you ready? Are you ready? You gotta get your own self together, you see. Are you ready? You gotta ask yourself these questions. Are you ready? Are you ready to call the wrath of black gods? Black magic? To do your bidding? Are you ready to use whatever is necessary? Are you ready? Yeah, let me hear you say it. Like this. Yes, I'm ready. Are you ready? All right. Are you ready? Lord have mercy. Are you ready to groove? Okay. Are you ready to listen to all the beautiful black voices, the beautiful black feeling, the beautiful black waves moving in beautiful air? Are you ready to love black? Always loving black? Are you ready, black people? Are you ready? Are you ready to listen? Are you ready to hear? Are you ready to feel? Are you ready to do? Black people, are you ready? And most important, you over there, most important, are you ready to change? I said, are you ready to change? Are you ready to change yourself? You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Are you ready to go inside yourself and change yourself?
hear her again. Nina Simone. The one and only Nina, the great Nina Simone.
I've got you watching sideways, casting me a eye. Let me reassure you. Let me reassure you. Do you think I know not what was on your mind and why? Let me reassure you. Let me reassure you. Could the magic go out of a fairy tale? I tell you, to the sunshine without its light, to the snow beyond the white. What is morning be without the Do you think I know not what was on your mind and why? Let me reassure you. 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 Let me
That was the band Cartoone, spelled Cartoone, off their self-titled debut album with Let Me Reassure You. Actually, Jimmy Page, who's credited on the album as James Page, is playing on that record on certain tracks. And before that, we had Backlash Blues and Are You Ready from Miss Nina Simone, off of the album Summer of Soul, or When the Revolution Could Not Be Televised. That was a documentary that was directed by Amir Questlove Thompson from The Roots, in which he won an Academy Award for Best Documentary Feature for that film about the Harlem Festival, which was the second biggest festival when it came to people attendance. The biggest one was Woodstock and in New York, and the next biggest one was the Harlem Festival. So if you haven't seen the documentary, I'd highly recommend checking it out. It's an excellent movie. I've seen it twice already. It is available through Hulu and also available through Disney Plus. And my wife and I enjoy the hell out of it. I mean, I might even watch it again at some point, because it's just something you get more and more out of every time you see it. And I started out the set with Nobody Loves Me Anymore from Grandpa Jones. That was a 78 that I actually found. And I had to use a different needle for that. I actually have different needles that I use. Matter of fact, you could tell by the Nina Simone track and also on the Eddie Hazel version that I need to get a new needle, which it's on its way. So in the next episode, you'll actually hear the music sound better. But anyway, I have a different needle for when I'm using my 12 inchers. And then I use a different needle for when I'm using 78s, because of the texture and the abuse that they take. I don't want to use the same needle on each texture of vinyl. So I have a separate one for my 78s, for my 45s, and for the 12 inches, the regular vinyl albums. That's just some geek info right there. So you got Jamal Wilson, and this is the Vinyl Exile on oh God, which episode is this? I don't know anything anymore. Let me see on my notes. This is episode 42. Oh my God, it's gotten that far. Okay, episode 42. This is the Pod Life episode, also known as the Carissa Dumond episode, because I'm just giving a shout out to my friends out there who have been supportive during the podcast. And one thing I can definitely say is Corey had listened to the show the other night, and he had actually complimented me, saying that that it sounds great. The equipment sounds great. To tell you the truth, I'm not using anything that you can't already have in your person. What I use is a USB condenser mic, along with the GarageBand that came with the computer, came with the iMac that I bought. So I try to keep it simple, just to inspire you all to keep it simple. When I first started doing this show, there weren't that many podcasts out there. And now they're all over the place. And I'm very thankful for that, because it's expanded. I mean, now I literally think I can say there are millions of podcast shows. Because there's so many subjects done by so many people that can't make it onto the radio. They're just like, well, I'll put it out myself and it'll connect, even if it's just to 5 people. I'll do that. And that's the wonderful thing about podcasting is it definitely expands and extends your horizons out there. So if you ever want to do a podcast, do it. All you need is a microphone, what's the phrase I'm looking for? A recording platform and a good computer, and just the desire to do it and do what I do. Just keep doing it and sucking at it until you get better at it. I still suck at this. I mean, I don't listen to episodes that I do after I record them. I do them in real time and then put them out and then listen for the feedback. But it's just like playing an instrument. You know, it's like riding a biker chick. You know, you just hop on and you just keep doing it, and you hopefully get better at it. You know, I mean, that's the only way to do that. So that's my little push for all you future podcasters out there. Just do it. You know, even if you think, I don't know if I want to, I don't know, I'm going to sound at it, just do it. You know, because it's going to mean something to somebody out there. And as long as you touch somebody's life, then you did something important, because you touched a life. You know, I mean, think about it. The last episode that I did, it was downloaded by 2 people in Finland. I don't know how the show got out there. I have no idea how it was found, but it somehow got found, and it connected to 2 people. And to me, that means a lot. So that just motivates me more to keep doing this. And that's what I mean. You know, if you touch lives by just opening yourself up and being, you know, about something that makes you happy or makes you want to do something, then do it. That's the wonderful thing about podcasting. You don't have to, it's all on you. You can control it. It's all you. You can do what you want. You can say what you want. You can put on there what you want and not have to worry about dealing with no bullshit production manager or promotions manager or, you know, all the stuff you had to deal with in radio. You can do what you want. and that'll inspire somebody else or connect with somebody else or get them through a rough patch or something. That's the whole point of this. And that's why I do it. You know, I'm not doing this thinking I'm that 10,000 listeners, you know, listen to the show. I know 10,000 listeners don't listen to this show, but I don't care because the few that do are loyal and connected, and that means a lot to me. And so on that note, we'll be right back more with music from the family, Cook County, and Ike Turner presents the family vibes right after this.
This is no time to say you've done enough. This is the time to really do your stuff. And even if you can't be a soldier in the ranks, you can be the guy to help supply the guns and planes and tanks. This is the time for you to do your best. This is no time for you to take a rest. The enemy is reeling and his morale is low. So now's the time to fall in line and deal the final blow. Buy a bond. And by, the bonds you buy will bring you victory. Buy a bond. And you'll be standing by the victory arch when Johnny comes marching home again. Oh, you should need no request. For after all, you know that you're investing in the best. Till the lads come back again, back to the old attack again, and buy.
It's been 7 hours and 13 days since you took your love away. I go out every night and sleep all day since you took your love away. Since you've been gone, I can do whatever I want. I can see whomever I choose. I can eat my dinner in fancy restaurants, but nothing, I said nothing can take away this blues. It's been so lonely without you here, like a bird without a song. Nothing can stop these lonely tears from falling. Tell me, baby, where did I go wrong? It only remind me of you. I went to the doctor, guess what he told me? Guess what he told me? He said, boy, you better try to have fun no matter what you do. But he's a fool, 'cause nothing compares, nothing compares to you. Nothing.
Ike Turner presents the Family Vibes. That was a song called Scratch. And before that, we had Olympiad 1984 from Cook County. And we started out the set with the original version of Nothing Compares to You by The Family, which was written by Prince. And as you all know, it was covered by Sinead O'Connor, which turned it into a big hit. Then Prince started performing the song live, which is what you see a lot of footage on. But the original was done by a group called The Family, which was a bunch of Prince proteges, including Prince's girlfriend at the time, Susanna Melvoin. And that album, The Family, isn't available. So I thought I might as well finally play the original version because nobody really hears it. They're used to hearing Sinead O'Connor's version, or they're used to hearing a live version performed by Prince, because Prince never did a studio recording of it. Or maybe he did, and it's in the vault someplace, and who knows when we gonna get to, I mean, there's so much music in there. Who knows? But wanted to finally share that with you all. Another thing I wanted to share with you on the Vinyl Exile is some of my favorite podcasts, which I really would love to basically highlight here for you to check out, because they do mean a lot to me, and they get me through a lot of rough patches, and also they inform me on a lot of great material. One podcast I'd like to recommend, highly recommend, is a podcast that was actually featured in the October edition of Rolling Stone magazine, called You Must Remember This. And that was by Karina Longworth. in which she pays tribute to the forgotten era of Hollywood, and it is a fascinating. I mean, it is. I mean, when I say fascinating, I'm putting a capital F on that fascinating. I have never heard a bad episode from her. I'm always walking away learning something from it. It's just incredible. And she's just a great narrator. Her husband is Rian Johnson, who is the writer and director of movies like Knives Out, The Last Jedi, Looper, Brick. But she does an extraordinary job, and I'd highly recommend checking it out. Another just as fascinating show is a show called The Rialto Report, which is done by Ashley West and April Hall, in which they interview and tell stories about the 70s era of the porn industry, which was based in New York. And every single interview they give is a fascinating interview with the artist and the actor there, and you'd be amazed. They were also they worked on the HBO series The Deuce, so that shows you how regarded they are. So I'd highly recommend checking that out. Another one is a very long time listener favorite for me, which is Le Show by Harry Shearer, in which his political observances always make me laugh and get me through just these dark eras. Another one is Video Archives, which is Quentin Tarantino and Roger Avery's podcast show, in which they pick a movie and they discuss it. And Tarantino's one of the best. He's going to be walking away from cinematic directing, and he's going on to other things, which is writing books, directing for television, directing for streaming services. He just announced he's going to be doing a limited streaming service, limited series for a streaming service, and also podcasting, and this is one of his podcast shows. And another one is This American Life with Ira Glass. No need to explain this show. I mean, it's been around for decades, and it still holds up. Another one like that holds up, Fresh Air with Terry Gross. Any episode of that is great. Another one is Waiting for Impact, in which a listener, a podcaster, is trying to find out the story behind a band that got announced by Belle Biv DeVoe called Sudden Impact that never came out, and what happened to them. And it's a fascinating podcast. And one podcast that I'd highly recommend, last but not least, is from the late great Gilbert Gottfried, called Gilbert Gottfried's Amazing Colossal Podcast. And it's hard for me to listen to now that he's passed on, but the interviews that he gave on that show were phenomenal and enlightening and very, very funny. So I recommend checking out those podcasts. You can't go wrong by them. And if any of you all have any to recommend, feel free to write me at Instagram, at The Vinyl Exile, or through Facebook, and under Jamal Wilson, and we can and I'll talk about them on that show. Oh, one more podcast I want to mention is Horrible Decisions. That's spelled HOREIBLE Decisions, which is a sex talk show, which is incredible. I've never laughed so hard on a show before in my life. I mean, they are the best. So coming up, we're going to have some Miles Davis, Kim Wilde, Tanya Tucker, and some Ike and Tina Turner right after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the new Fitch Bandwagon, brought to you by the F.W. Fitch Company, makers of Fitch's Ideal Hair Tonic and Fitch's Dandruff Remover Shampoo. With yours truly, Larry Keating, Henry Russell, our special guest for today, Freddie Martin and his orchestra, and starring Cass Daly.
road map of Texas, you can see that it's a wide open state. From Amarillo down to Boma, you can bet that it's a honky-tonkin' place. They might like to rock and roll in Dallas and disco down on Galveston Bay. But when God made those West Texas cowboys, He gave them the Pecos Promenade. Beat off with the Cotton Eye Joe, hook and wing, then heel and toe. Hold me close for the Pecos Promenade. Beer sign hanging by the door, sawdust on an old dance floor. Tip your hat for the Pecos Promenade. When the sun starts going down on the prairie and the starlight falls on the sage, that's when a cowgirl needs a cowboy to do the Pecos Promenade. Tonight's the first time I saw him. We can hear those twin fiddles play. Well, Houston starts to feel like Lone Star heaven as we dance the Pecos Promenade. Beat off with the Cotton Eye Joe, hook and wing, then heel and toe. Hold me close for the Pecos Promenade. Tip your hat for the Pecos Promenade. That's when a cowgirl
needs a cowboy
to do the Pecos Promenade.
He got laid. Joe got paid. But I wonder if Joe got paid because he laid K. I don't know. Whatever. That was Ike and Tina Turner. And before that, we had Tanya Tucker from the Smokey and the Bandit 2 soundtrack, the Pecos, where she says Pecos Promenade. And it started out the set with the Touch by Kim Wilde off of the Secret Admirer soundtrack. Now what I'm going to play next is a rarity that on radio, because they just don't play this on radio. It's from Miles Davis's Bitches Brew album, and this is his Bitches Brew was his fusion into electric trumpeting, and it opened up the doors for fusion jazz. The thing about it, they always talk about his electric era and how important it is, but they never play it. And I was like thinking, because I got my hands on a copy of the vinyl record, why don't they play it? Why not? So what I'm going to do is play all 27 minutes of the title track of the album, Bitches Brew. So here's Bitches Brew from Miles Davis off of his seminal fusion album.
Vinyl Exile was written and performed by Jamal Wilson. The podcast was produced by Jamal Wilson and Jace McKeever Wilson. The logo was created by the irreplaceable Ann Almgren. Special thanks goes to Ribbon Records and Younger Than Yesterday Records in Peoria, Illinois, Co-op Records in Sterling, Illinois, and Discogs Online. Don't forget to tell your friends and loved ones about the show. I can always be contacted through messaging through Vinyl Exile at Instagram and Facebook. Finally, once again, thank you so much for your patience and your loyalty to my show. This is a tough new era for all of us, regardless of our ideals and beliefs. Just please stay home and stay safe. Support your local businesses, wear face masks, wash your hands, and be civil and compassionate to each other and everything around you. Make sure that you protect life, protect nerd power, take care, and be seeing you.